everybody, this is Teddy Lim. Welcome to day 27 of my 90-day video challenge, and also welcome to Project Limitless. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's very near and dear to my heart, and it's actually rock and roll music. I've been listening to rock music ever since I was a small kid, and I've been totally fascinated about how the people on stage seemed like they were able to effortlessly express themselves. No stuttering, no hesitation, just free. They were just free to express who they are. And I've always, I wouldn't say envied, right? The way that they were able to do that, because they were just without reservation, right? And one of the most famous rock and roll figures that I've always looked up to when it comes to self-expression is Jim Morrison of the band The Doors. And he's actually their frontman. And there's something eternally captivating about the band, the whole band, not just the vocalists themselves, but more importantly, Jim Morrison, of course, right? Because he was the central figure. And what I wanted to share with you guys today was one of the power tactics, the power and the mystery tactics that they relied heavily on, that might be able to you might be able to use in your marketing. So let's begin. Jim Morrison relied a lot on the unknownness of death, right? He was totally fascinated about death and the spiritual implications of being able to come back and tell its stories, right? I mean, he was already a great poet, and he was a very captivating storyteller, and he's very calculated in his use of words and the contexts that he actually painted pictures. But at the same time, he was elaborately articulated, with spoken word. Elaborate. And yet, he can all of a sudden just erupt in recklessness with his delivery, right? And that's one of the this magical things about him. He could just go from very soft, almost singing like Frank Sinatra, and then all of a sudden just belting out this primal scream in him, right? Just you don't know where it came from. It's like from the guts of hell or something, but you had an instant reaction to it the first time you heard it. You can't help it, right? It's so primal, it's so embedded in your DNA that once you hear it, once you listen to it, it produces a reaction within you, right? And he evoked a lot of transcendence in his lyrics, of going on a journey of the mind, and the deeper and inner workings, deeper and inner workings of consciousness, where whoever he was taking along for the ride, they didn't know where they were going to, but it sure is fun to just go along with it, right? They didn't know where they were going, but once you broke on through to the other side, right? I'm using quotation marks here. There really isn't no turning back. There's before listening to the Doors and then after listening to the Doors. There's just no turning back, right? Well, another artist that uses death, with his themes, and also equally powerful, is actually Tupac Shakur. He had this fascination with death that actually continues to create this lingering curiosity about his life, about him, and about his art. And the possibility of defying death, at least lyrically, embodies a power, if you think about it, that puts them in equal footing to Jesus Christ, arguably one of the most influential people in the world, or ever in the history of human beings. And the greatest curiosity really is in life is death, and what happens after life, before death, right? Because nobody really knows. Yeah, you hear stories about people having near-death experiences, people coming back, getting resuscitated, where they have, seen a light at the end of a tunnel, right? And there's a lot of curiosity about that. It's so mysterious because it's unlike anything that any one of us has ever experienced, and everybody wants a piece of it. Trust me. There's the unknown is scary, but at the same time, it brings us out of our comfort zones enough that it makes us want to learn and know and hear about it. And in my opinion, this is actually the greatest word of mouth trick there is of all time, right? It's ensured a lot of religious leaders enough to be followed for centuries, for millennia, right? Being able to conquer death. And I'm not saying that you go start a cult and proclaim that, oh yeah, I came back from the dead, and although it doesn't sound like too bad of an idea, but okay, the way this applies to your marketing has to be so that you're able to convey a curiosity that's strong enough so that people will want to know more about you and what you have to offer them in their business. What these guys did really, what they really wanted, more than anything else, is really they achieved it, by dying as artists. They achieved immortality, right? I mean, whatever your context for that is. I'm just speaking in lyrical and artistic terms. So don't send me hate mail or anything like that, or say like, oh yeah, you're being blasphemous or something. But this is not the point. This is not the point of that video. Okay, the point of this video is to create an atmosphere of curiosity that will bring people in enough so that they get to see or have a thrill or have the excitement of learning more about you, right? Because feelings are what people are going for. I mean, people think that we're rational creatures. We're not. We're very emotional creatures, and we do more things for emotion and having the thrill of it than it is for rational reasons, right? I mean, when was the last time you woke up in the middle of the night and you're like, man, I just need to get a piece of cake, and your emotion was strong enough to want that piece of sugar that you went downstairs and ate a piece of cake, and then later you backwards rationalize that, I've been working out pretty decently, I've been working hard at work, and been using up a lot of calories, and I deserve this. I deserve this piece of cake, right? So believe me, when you're making decisions, emotions play a bigger leverage than intellect, right? We all know what we need to do, but we don't do it. Why? Because our emotions. We give in to our emotions. So I'm gonna finish off, right, with Jim Morrison's famous words about the topic that we just talked about, and make sure that you listen carefully, because I think this verse or this set of lyrics will actually show you everything that he's talking about. And It goes something like this. This is the end. Beautiful friend, this is the end. My only friend, the end. Of our elaborate plans, the end. No safety or surprise, the end. Of everything that stands, the end. I'll never look into your eyes again. Can you picture what will be so limitless and free, desperately in need of some stranger's hand? So, this is actually also my tribute to Ray Manzarek, and just wanted to wish him rest in peace, because the songs wouldn't have the same power that they did without the hypnotic lines that he played in the Fender Moog and the Hammond organ as well. Okay, so let's continue this conversation, guys. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Tell me if you learned something. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you did not like it. Tell me if you agreed or disagreed. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. So connect with me on facebook.com/global entrepreneur. Click on the link and let's fight the forces of evil and keep getting creative. Okay? Cheers, guys. Bye.